Hi there, gorgeous. I'm going to share with you today the number one skill set that you need to attract a high quality partner or your soulmate. Even though I work with women and helping them truly embody their goddess energy, mind, body, and spirit, this video can also be watched by men who want to connect with their divine masculine and who want to know how to hold space for women as well. So if you have any male friends, make sure you share them with them as well. I invite everybody to watch this video. I'm Nicole Elissa. I am an intuitive love coach for women who want to connect with their feminine essence. But in my past, I used to be an engineer, so I kind of consider myself like a love engineer. I help you find the missing piece to attracting like soul deep, satisfying love. So I see love in a way like there's pieces and angles that we need to look at it that are equally important in you attracting your divine partner and how to hold and keep that relationship as well and let it allow it to grow. So I'm excited. It's been an interesting week. I just celebrated my birthday yesterday, so I welcome all of the beautiful blessings and comments. I love creating content for you. I wanted to create something for you yesterday, but I was like, no, Nicole, enjoy your birthday. All right, with that being said, the number one skill set that you need to have to attract your ideal partner, but also to grow your relationship is emotional capacity. We all need to build our emotional capacity. I was just thinking about this, like at a soul level, as a human species, like we need to consistently work on our emotional capacity to hold, to receive, and to grow or nurture anything that we are truly creating in love. So if you're a single person, if you're a single woman that's trying to attract love, work on your emotional capacity. I was just having this conversation with a couple of friends, and I say this, it doesn't matter what profession you are, in order for you to truly nurture something and allow it to grow, I don't care who you are. We all need to work on our emotional capacity and also our capacity to release what is toxic to us, behaviors that are not a conduit for more love or more expansion, more growth in our lives. So I'm going to go deeper with this, and I'm going to try to go really specific so that I hear from you and you let me know what you're getting from this. See, you could be a doctor, you could be any person on the planet. We all need to work on our emotional capacity. What I am noticing as an intuitive, and you can take my comments as an intuitive, like this is not prescription for anything or anything of that sort, please, check on that. But the thing is, I'm going to share what I'm noticing as an intuitive. I am noticing a huge lack of emotional capacity in people because we are not taught as children to how to grow or to build that, to nurture our feelings or our emotions in such a way that it leads to love, that it leads to acceptance, that it leads to prosperity. We learn that we need to learn in school certain things. We need to get specific titles, but that's about it. We're talking technical skills, right? If you're in specific professions, you need to, keep on getting your trainings or your titles or certifications to be able to continue to do your work. But what happens when somebody starts to become really cranky? They cannot hear their employees. They become kind of like tyrant-ish, right? It's because that person is dealing with certain emotional things, but they don't know how to deal it and they throw it out on you. It's like an emotional vomit, or they take it out on you. So these sort of things where we are in an energetic space, where we do not know how to deal with our feelings about ourselves, or feelings about love, or feelings about opportunities, or feelings about absolutely anything in life, that fear, that resistance, that stress, we all need to look at it. See, life is always going to ask us to expand. I'm talking at a metaphysical level. I'm talking at an emotional level. We are beings of expansion, expansion. We are not used to remaining stagnant in a place. So as much as life is always going to ask us for more. So it's always going to ask us to sharpen our skill set, like in our thinking, in our logic, cognitive ways. Like we all have to grow and expand. But when we start feeling bad about ourselves, and this is where I'm going to move it into like love, for example, as a woman, maybe you have a fear of not being seen. If you're a feminine woman, you have a fear of a man not seeing you, not being able to hold your sensitivities and your emotions. And you are afraid maybe of attracting a man that doesn't have emotional capacity. See, like when he sees you and your feelings, he's just trying to change and direct how you're feeling, but not hearing you out. And then you start to develop this fear of not being understood. And then you feel like you're not going to be met. So that stress, that fear, that overwhelm that you have around opening up, which is your divine feminine essence, what happens then is that you're not open. See, feminine energy is about opening, right? It is a feminine, it's a feminine quality. But you are not feeling open because you don't feel like you're going to meet somebody that's going to hold all of you, that doesn't have the emotional space or capacity to hold all of you. See, even though on the outside it looks like, oh, it's the people that don't have it, but for you, because somebody is not holding it out or doesn't know how to hold it, then you are holding it. You're carrying that energy and you're carrying that stress. So when you're carrying that stress, you're not open. Therefore, you can either start lashing out at people or just becoming more inward, not addressing love altogether, keeping up, like just keeping the fears with you. And then you're not open and you start attracting emotionally unavailable partners because secretly you don't believe that somebody's going to hold you. See, a lot of empowered women that I know in the industry, you know, I'm talking CEOs, I'm talking directors, I'm talking celebrities, whatever it is, like I'm talking like people that are doing a lot of things in the world, they sometimes have this feeling that they're not going to meet somebody that can hold all of them. Somebody's going to try to make them shrink or be smaller in a way. They're going to try to change them. Can you relate? So with that being said, it's not about you. The other person doesn't know how to hold all of you, but then you are holding all of this energy, and then you're not opening up your energy to attract the love that you want. When you start to release these densities, these stressors in your system, you can actually open up your heart more to attract love. And I've had to deal with this, you know, like I'm a Pisces, like my sun, Pisces, moon is in Pisces, ascendant is in Scorpio, like water, right? Water all over. And so I'm intense, I'm emotional, I'm deep. So I had a lot of fear of people understanding my depth. Like what people would do is like, it's like, oh, Nicole, you're being too much again. Imagine hearing and watering that energy all of the time. You're being too much, and then feeling like I'm misunderstood all of the time. Like, why do you have to be all of that? Well, guess what? I'm all of that, and I'm here, and I'm helping because I've had to understand depth of feeling and emotion to be able to move through in life. Now, one part of that was I actually had to open up and have the emotional capacity within myself to see and visualize and feel somebody that could hold space for me. Not just a man, but also friendships. And not be surrounded by people that would constantly criticize me all of the time. It was not an easy path. Many of the things that really helped me was doing a lot of emotional clearing. If you're new to my channel, you know, clearing is, I want to clarify that. I know we hold a lot of feelings and emotions in our body, right? And a lot of us are trying to like access love just through the mind. But it's not just the mind. Love is here. You want to attract love? Your heart needs to be open. And you have to deal with the emotional, whether it's baggage or stress or pain, just release it. This is it's not painful. In my opinion, it's more painful to stay with those feelings that you're not going to be met or somebody's going to criticize you. It's actually frees you from that pain. And then you start walking more with the pep like on your step because you feel good and you know that you're met. So this is a very important work. Feminine energy needs to open up. One of the divine, like, you know, guided messages that I've received from the angels and ascended masters and all of that stuff in general, like I've received that there's a huge amount of women that are becoming like they have walls. In Spanish, the word is impenetrable. I don't know why I keep forgetting how to like research that word and how to say it in English, but it's like you're not, yeah, like you're building up a wall, okay? But you're not allowing yourself to be well received. So what's happening is that a lot of women have clarity. They have emotional clarity. They have realized that they have been surrounded by people that cannot hold all the space for them. But what they need to do instead is actually work on releasing those fears, that emotional intensity, so that they can open up, feel in their hearts and in their bodies that it's perfectly right, safe, and good for them to have that kind of partner to then attract it. That's why I help women attract their soulmate, because it's a journey. But the more you can hold space in your heart and in your mind and everywhere in your energetic field, that you can be with somebody that has that emotional intelligence to be with you, to hold space for you, the better. Okay. A lot of people, what's happening is that they say it in their minds. Yes, I want a man that can hold space for all of me. And notice how my body went. Like I noticed this energy of women that are like kind of like moving, like just pushing towards you. But that's not the feminine in reality. Like that's not the feminine that's like, oh my God, I'm receiving, I'm feeling really, 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 really good. No, that's a feminine that has unmet needs, that is challenging the masculine, but somewhere she's not trusting fully herself in her body. Hey, like I'm saying, your mind, you know what you need, that's fine. But your body, your energetic fields needs to pick up that awareness, and that awareness of safety, and that of a perfect match of receiving that, just matching it vibration for vibration. So this is actually one of the most important things that you need to do. A lot of us carry this energy of being too much in a fear of somebody not being there for us. But in reality, what we need to, it's an awareness of like, okay, fine, I might not meet somebody, like this might not be the full, like the whole on world. It might be a smaller group of people, but I need to trust my power to attract that sort of person. So how do you do that? It's not just in the mind. Releasing that, even just having the dialogues. There's different modalities that I use, rooted in different, scientific methods, but also spiritual methods that are important to release, so that you release things at a metaphysical level that are directly impacting the soul. See, a lot of people just try to access love through the mind, but your soul, you have a soul, and you can work with your soul at an energetic level, at a spiritual level, because your soul is going to thank you for that. It's going to thank you for removing all of this gunk, because I wanted to be free, and you deserve to meet it. So I hope that this resonated with you. Emotional capacity is important. I will repeat this. What we are missing, like I notice this a lot. I live in Panama, in a Latin country. Especially now, like with what's going on in the world, a lot of people, like I'm noticing, like that emotional capacity is gone. But why is that? We all have to be responsible in taking care of our emotion, like our body. Like, you know how our body has a system, right? Like it has a system. We eat something and then, we have to throw it out. Like it's a cycle. Life has a cycle. We need to learn how to let go things so that we can hold this space for more things in our lives. So when we are hoarding or keeping up stuff, we don't have this space. We cannot even hold something more because we do not have the capacity for it. So it's about emotional capacity. Some people are super upset because they're not getting their emotional needs from their parents, or their energies are stuck in that kind of stuff because they didn't get their emotional needs from their parents, and they're trying to grab, like, get their parents to like love them, or whether it's a partner, you're with a partner and the person is not loving you right, and you're like trying to get them to love you and love you. One of the things that you need to look at to find a partner like that's going to be there for you is his emotional capacity. If that person does not have emotional capacity to understand the fullness of you, you're always going to feel like your needs are unmet, you're not seen. But some of you are trying to get water from a rock, somebody that does not have the emotional capacity. You're trying to hold them to a standard of somebody that is conscious, that is aware, that has emotional capacity, but they don't, because they're dealing with their unresolved emotional stuff, maybe their traumas, etc. And you're trying to make them love you, but they are not your source. People are not your source. And remember, when you, like, they're not, like, they don't have the emotional capacity, and you're still trying to get it from them, or even so, not try, or even like that you're not trying to get it from them, but you still feel that dread and that fear, you are holding the space for all of that. You need to shift your vibration, work on your energy, so that you can hold the space for the type of man or partner that you want. The same thing applies for men. Like, you have to work on your emotional capacity to understand a woman, the fullness of a woman. If you're trying to change her, if she's too much for you, check in on the inside. Is it that you don't have the emotional space? Is it that you need to connect with your emotions without squashing them? Hey, it's an idea. It's an idea. We all have to have work on our emotional capacity. See, I used to be so upset because I could feel when people were throwing their stuff at me. I'm going to say throwing their shit at me. They're like, Nicole, you're this, you're the other, you're the other, you're the other, you're the other. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You're just upset. But people didn't like it. Like, you're just upset about something and you want to blame it on me. But I had to build awareness. I had to connect with my intuition to start to realize it, and to learn to let go of the people that do not have the emotional capacity to be around me, while also loving and accepting of me. See, that's an energy of openness. Ask yourself, is your energy really open? And if you feel like it's not, then I can help you. Reach out to me. Because the more, as women, feminine women, the more we can work on having an open energy, the more powerful we are. Not by doing this. Open. It doesn't matter what you do. But when feminine energy starts to shut down and it becomes hard, it's hardened, then we are affecting the world, because we are containers to receive more love. So we can go and do whatever we want. Well, our energy needs to be open, because we have a magnetism about us where people feel compelled to do things, even for us. That's part of our power. And our energy needs to be open for that. So if you find that people are fighting you and all those things, is your energy open? You want love? You keep attracting men that are resisting you and running away from you? Or you notice that people are not vibing with you? It's not there's something wrong with you. It's that you don't believe that you're going to have your needs met. And you're trying to use control and force to get it. Instead, you need to work on your feminine embodiment, mind, body, and spirit. Feminine energy is a completely different energy from the masculine. Completely different. It has its own masterpiece. Okay, it's about opening up. And these are all the things that I work in my feminine power of attraction method, which is being trademarked at the moment. And if you are interested in working with me to help you open up your energy and attract your ideal partner, then reach out to me. I would love to support you. Emotional capacity is the most important thing there is. See, you can feel like crap because somebody that does not have emotional capacity is throwing their stuff at you, making you feel small and wrong and bad. Okay? Making you feel like you're not yourself and there's something that you need to change about yourself. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you the opposite. You are lovable and you're worthy as you are. Just work on your emotional capacity to receive that acceptance in people and creating your reality in such a way where you are adored. You are the sun shines wherever you go and people notice it. Our job as feminine women is to work on having that acceptance. See, the more you feel that and the more you carry that vibration, I'm not saying that that's not happening in the world, but you can deal with things that are happening in the world while also having an open energy, so that what we get out of things, it's you are allowing yourself to have it all. Because I hear there's a lot of women that are empowered, like in activism, like roles, but they do not have love. They have thrown themselves out there. They have achieved great things for the world, but they don't have the love that they want. See, it helped you up to a certain point. You need to work on opening up your energy, and opening up your energy is not just your mind. It's about being able to hold that capacity of having the love that you want. So I wanted to share that. Let me know in the comment section what you got from this video. Give me your ahas, your insights. Give me some likes, some comments. Ladies, you know that I do amazing content for you. So many of you reach out to me over Instagram, different platforms, and tell me how my work has changed your life. You've attracted partners. And I would love for my content to reach out to more people. So I need your help. The more you can comment, the more you can share, the more you like, the more you support my work, more people can receive it. And I would really appreciate your help with that. And yeah, I'm excited to hear from you. Emotional capacity is where it's at. We all need to work on it. See, the skill of a master or a leader or somebody that is like master of their craft is in their awareness that they also have to learn new things. The moment that you stop learning and you become unteachable and you're not willing to learn is the moment you become arrogant. If you want expansion, and that's an emotional capacity thing, if you want expansion issue, like it, you have to work on it, right? Where are you becoming intolerant or upset, or you need to have your way? These are all the things that harden up your feminine energy out of fear, but in fact, you need to open up. So this is what I do for a living. This is what I help my clients with. It's one of my passions. And I love helping women be happy and have it all. Have it all. Love, success, all of that. So let me know. Reach out to me. There's a link for us to have a free assessment call. And if you're serious about attracting love and feeling met and feeling seen and receiving love, I'm your coach. I'm a love engineer. I'm going to help you figure out what's there, and I'm going to help you attract your ideal partner. All right, ladies, I hope you're having an amazing time, and I'll talk to you soon.